to answer a specific question. Disregard your note. Is there a role of religion in this?
Thank you so very much, Prof.
That is the only thing I wanted you to talk about.
Of course.
There are issues of race, as Zelensky is Jewish. There are Nazi issues, anti-Jewish people. There are Orthodox churches. Is there a role for religion in this? Please do not.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
thank you so much, Prof.
Yeah.
To go directly to your question, sir. Yes, of course, there is the factor of religion, sir. And I would like to cite one or two examples to clearly show that the West is biased against anything that is not Western in orientation in terms of religion. It is on record that the West never saw anything wrong when Bosnia and Bosnians were massacred. I want to raise a question as to how NATO and the rest of the West reacted to the invasion of Iraq by the USA. It is also on record that the age-long persecution of the Palestinians, the war in Syria, the war in Yemen, has not received any serious attention from the West and other members of NATO. So to this extent, I feel that the uproar in the case of the invasion of Ukraine is all about Ukraine being part of Europe and largely dominated by Christians. In the cases of Muslim-dominated countries, the West saw Islam and the economies of those countries as economies that can be plundered, or seeing Islam as an ideology that should be crushed, just the same way communism is seen as an ideology that could be crushed in Russia and other parts of the East. So of course, Prof, there is the factor of religion. This is my submission, sir.
Please don't go. So who are now the terrorists? Are Muslims now the terrorists? So who fought First World War, Second World War? They're not.
Thank you so much, sir.
Terrorists. Why is it that the West now that has created more wars, why does it now call Muslim terrorists?
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. The definition of a terrorist lies with the person who is defining that concept. I've always said this, sir. Today's terrorist may become tomorrow's hero. We are all aware, because it's on record, that the First World War was never started by Muslims, and there have been also instances of wars that were not started by Muslims. Those people were always called or labeled in other ways other than being terrorists. So I think the definition of who a terrorist is whoever uses force unnecessarily on others. So the Western powers can also be regarded as terrorists.
Why are we not calling them barbarians? Why did they call us barbarians?
Yes, sir. So thank you so much, sir. Hello?
I'm listening. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. So it depends on who is defining the concept at any particular point in time. At the point in time, the referred Nelson Mandela was regarded a terrorist. But today, Nelson Mandela, even in death, is our hero. So definition of who a terrorist is.
I'm looking at labels. They call Africans primitive and barbarians. Why are we not calling Europeans primitive and barbarians?
So to a large extent, I think there is also the complex issue there, sir, because we regard these people as superior. Mm-hmm. Scholars find it difficult to define them as barbarians. They have done worse things than the people who they regarded as barbarians in the past. So to a large extent, they equally can be classified as barbarians.
Okay, finally, in the interest of members of the audience here, I want to, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
No, hold on, don't go.
Okay, sir.
In the interest of those who are listening to this conversation, Ukraine, Russia, that area, they are known as Slavs, S-L-A-V-S, which is another way of calling people slaves. Ottoman Empire, other places, they've used them as labor basket. Many of you may not know the argument in the 16th century. Should they move Americans to work as slaves? They now decided, okay, they will use Africans instead. In an award-winning book by David Eltis, he argued that they began to say, but they look like what they look like us. Why should we move people who look like us, white people, to the Americas to work as slaves? And David Eltis argued that they said Christianity and religion created a value, making it difficult to use them as slaves. What did they now do? They came to Nigeria, they came to Ghana, they came to West Africa, they went to Central Africa. So that instead of using the people they call Slavs, they pounced on Black people. Let us, thank you, sir. Let's move to the next person. Is Sylvester Odeon Aken here? Sylvester, are you here, please? Okay.